Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode.
Welcome back.
Well, it's been a minute since you've gotten both of us.
Yeah.
After a little bit of a break for the holidays, we had fully expected to be back to start the year off celebrating Amanda's positive MRI results. But
Unfortunately, that was not the case.
no, unfortunately, it wasn't the case. So I know quite a few of you have been keeping up to date and sending lots of love and prayers and well wishes our way. First of all, thank you. I mean, sincerely, thank you. It can't be understated enough how I know there have been many moments this last week as we sort through this. I've found so much comfort and strength in your words and the very palpable emotion behind them. To recap, Amanda had her MRI on Monday, January 5th, and then got the results on Tuesday morning, January 6th. This was our first time doing the MRI the day before and then meeting with her neuro-oncologist the morning of, and we thought, well, Amanda's doing so well. This is great. We're going to get her first appointment in the morning and then get out of there in less than 30 minutes and be able to be home by lunchtime.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, her MRI showed that there was a small, what they're calling a growth on there that's approximately 1 to 1.5 centimeters. UCSF has been proceeding as if it is recurrent tumor growth. It is growing, as I understand it, in my limited understanding of these things, in the best possible location. It is accessible, and as far as brain surgery goes, it should be very routine and easy to be able to get it out of there. What happens after that, we're still figuring it out. Amanda was offered a clinical trial that she just didn't feel was aligned with her. And she's really looking to get into her knowing and figuring out what's going to be her next best step.
Mm-hmm.
And we, of course, will keep you updated with that as it goes. There's lots of options that are on the table right now.
Almost too many options. That's
many
like the
options.
problem at this point.
And part of the reason is because at this point with glioblastoma, there's no standard step, 2 or 3 aside from surgery. You're really in the unknown with it, and most of his time is trying to do clinical trials, which Amanda's not opposed of. She just wants to do the one that feels best for her.
And this was not it.
Yeah. So what we thought we'd do is hop on here, and rather than go with more and more updates, is just kind of give you a sense of how we've been doing through this. And really, I think it's important that we have some transparency with it. So do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You should probably go first.
How have I been doing with this? I've thought before, and I don't spend a lot of time on it, but I've thought before what I would do if we were sitting in the UCSF room and they said there's something there. And it's a horrible moment. Watching Amanda sit there and having this interaction was really painful. The drive home, I wanted to throw up and cry and all the things and be optimistic. I have a deep belief in Amanda's ability to heal, to find the solution that's right for her. I don't believe in any way, shape, or form that we're winding down the clock on Amanda yet.
No.
And
it's just getting a little bit harder.
More exciting. And that she's assured me she's going to be around for a little bit longer. We've had some good laughs. We've definitely had some special moments and whatnot. The other day I came back from the gym and Amanda greeted me at the door doing some of her famous dance moves, which maybe we'll get you to see on one of these videos. And there have been some painfully hard moments. Last night, Amanda was really struggling. She was crying, talking about how she doesn't want to die. All I could do was just try to console her and listen, and then I fell asleep for about 2 hours. I think I woke up about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. I never went back to bed because I was emailing places around the world, trying to see if we could get access to them, what it would take to do it, researching clinical trials, and then just processing my own emotions, which was a lot of tears and grief. And there's these tears of, God, these moments are so hard, and I still just believe so strongly in you. and what's possible.
Yeah.
So that's me.
Yeah. This is just the life of a terminal cancer patient. There's ups, there's downs, there's, you know, it's unbelievably scary. Like, the diagnosis is, it is grim. Like, it's grim, it's scary, and this is part of it. This is just that true, honest part of it. In my heart, like, I don't think this is it. I think that, you know, I am going to a second surgery, and I feel comfortable with that. I am looking all around the world about immunotherapies and maybe clinical trials that are in the United States that feel aligned with me. This is a small regrowth, and, you know, this is just step 2 of, I don't know, hopefully just 2 steps. But I mean, that's what glioblastoma is. Like, there was part of me going into this one that I felt a little unsure. I mean, I kind of do a little bit every time, but this time there was a little bit of extra something. And it's not saying that I mean, I wasn't surprised, and I was also just terrified that it's a potential regrowth, or a potential recurrence. I'm feeling scared. I'm feeling overwhelmed is probably the word of the household right now. Unsure of, like, what would be my best next step. I know I've said that quite a few times, but just really knowing all the options to make that next step, and that is just something that takes time, and you don't want to rush into anything. And you, like with glioblastoma, or brain tumors in general, time is really important, because these tumors can grow back so fast, and so I have the luxury of having a little bit of time, but I can't wait, like, you know, months. I mean, this is something that needs to be acted on relatively soon, but I do have that little bit of space to make the best decision for myself. And I do know that is kind of a luxury right now in the glioblastoma world that a lot of people don't have options for, you know. So it's just, it's tough. Like, it's just a tough, hard place to be in, because there is just no right answer as of right now. And but we're trying to figure it out. Like, Jesse's doing it in the middle of the night, and then I'm kind of coming in the morning, like, kind of like, what are those, like, ships in the night or whatever that's called? Like, that's kind of what we're doing. And, you know, it does seem, and we have so many people kind of researching for us. Like, shout out to the brain cancer community, because that actually needs to be its own video. They have showed up in a way that only they can show up in. I mean, that's not to knock anyone, but they are the ones going through it. They're the organizations that understand it. And I don't think I've ever understood how beautiful this community is, because, oh my gosh, I will say any and everyone that I have just reached out to, like, got on the phone, talked to me, like, oh my gosh, there is just so much love and support in that. It's like, we always say it's the family that we never wanted to be in, but, like, once we're in there, we're like, it's like the best family ever. That's true. A guy named Adam, who just passed away from GBM, kind of coined that phrase, and he was an 8-year survivor, and it's such a true statement, and it's a testimony to the people who are living and breathing this disease, and really, like, the caregivers, everyone, I just want to say thank you so much, because the amount of time and love that has been sent my way and resources is just, I mean, almost like a miracle in itself, because I can never thank them enough, because they are the reasons why I've made certain decisions of no's. Like, they have been the reason why I said a no on certain things, and which whittles it down, which is nice. Like, when I get the why or the how, it helps me formulate that decision. Like, oh, I don't have to think about that anymore, because that's, that's a no, and here's the reason why. And so, yeah, like, it's a lot right now. There's no right or wrong answer right now. There's just questions to be asked, and people to talk to, really. But I just can't emphasize enough how the brain cancer community is just like, I could write him a love song, which no one would ever want to hear.
Can I ask you one question?
Mm-hmm.
With circumstances unfolding as they have now, have you taken any time to reflect on life, and just think about, has any perspectives changed, or is there anything that,
in a way, I'm definitely, I slowed down a lot more once I got diagnosed. I think that it's really interesting, because it's in the moments of, like, quiet moments of how much I love my life, and it's like the really simple things are starting to get me, like coffee, and then Olivia will, like, jump on my lap, and I just look at her like, oh my God, I would miss you so much. And or yeah, it's little moments like this, or like me, like, being silly at the door, or still kind of like still laughing in, like, the face of, like, ooh, like, rough spots, and trying to bring back the joy or good moments in a really tough situation. And I think that we always say, like, every day is a gift, but I can still be so thankful for the life that I have amidst this really hard moment. Like, this is by far the hardest moment that I've had to date with this, for sure. I also think the reason why, when you get told you have glioblastoma, there's, like, this standard of care. You go through radiation, chemo, and surgery if you can, and then once that has completed, or if you have a recurrence, there is no plan B. It just makes, like, life feel even, like, more
precious,
urgent in that moment, because stage 4, grade 4 is what this is called. It's tough. It's a tough diagnosis, to say the least. And even in the midst of a tough diagnosis, there are friends and family and the brain cancer community who I don't think I'd be doing as well if I didn't have their guidance, really.
Anything else for this one?
Oh my gosh, just pray that I make the right decision. Because there's so many decisions that could be made right now, and just, if you can just pray for me or think about me and just say, guide me towards the best right one for me.
Would you ever be open, Amanda, to if we did like a Zoom prayer group or something, and everybody could just come on and pray for you at some point?
Yeah, so we could pray for everybody too.
Well, we could pray for everybody.
Like a whole group prayer for everyone.
Yeah, maybe if somebody,
not just me.
if you have any interest in that, let us know.
Yeah.
As always, we love and appreciate you all so much. I mean, we say that over and over again these last 20 months, and it's in times, the hard times like this, where you've stuck by us and you keep loving, especially when it's scary, and it means so much. And obviously, we're going to keep you posted.
We'll just be crying at you.
Yeah, and we're going to go through all the emotions, and we're going to get Amanda to a place where she's back on track. And there's the possibility exists out there. I'm reading a book by a lady right now who she had a second surgery after a recurrence, a little bit more substantial than what Amanda's dealing with, and she's 21 years. So there's hope out there. There's potential out there. The possibility exists. I've always believed Amanda's an outlier. She's quite extraordinary, and we're just going to do whatever we can to give her the best shot. If you have questions about specific parts of this, what we're going through, feel free to ask them. We really want to be transparent and share as vulnerably and as authentically as we can. All right?
Yep.
That's it, everybody. We love you. Take care.
Love you.